I heard today that Irish government, we are in government. You are people elected by the people. It's not QPRD or whatever it is, Roman Senate and the people. Irish government get free taxis. So if you're in, like, what's up with that? Free taxis. You have free cars to drive them around. Like what? That's bad. All right, I'm just making a small little point about it. Lead by example. The people that put you in prison for not paying taxes don't even pay for anything. They don't pay as like lead by example. So what are school teachers, surgeons, doctors don't have free taxis? A surgeon needs to get there on time. Surgeon's waiting on go ahead or TFI transport. No, sorry, I didn't show up on time because their fucking lousy government doesn't have the fucking bus services or they get free taxis. They get free meals. They don't pay jack shit for them. They have the most money. And they're just school teachers. Like I don't know. Am I gonna post this? I'm not gonna post it. Like, keep going on. Maybe I can get the flow and get it going. No remorse and shame for no one. No, there's nothing you can do about it. Why do they get free shit? Why do they think they're like royalty? They're people elected by the people to serve and protect and work for the people. They don't pay taxes. They don't pay for taxis. Why? Doctor, they're on. Why don't they pay for their taxis? Why don't they pay for their drivers? Why do the Irish government get free drivers? Why? Surgeons don't get free drivers. Doctors, school teachers on your similar social servant wages don't get free taxis, free drivers driving them around. Why do you think you're so superior when you're democratically elected by the people, serve the people, put the people in prison when they don't pay taxes or don't pay for their taxis, and you get free taxis? Why do you get free taxis? You think of all the people supporting taxes. The government insists on paying taxes, and they don't pay taxes themselves. They don't pay a local taxi driver. They don't pay for jack shit. They don't pay for their meals. They don't pay for their food. They don't pay for their accommodation. They don't pay for anything. But they demand and insist and enforce that we pay for everything. It's like, you're not high and holy superior. Your local representatives, your tax distributionists. I don't see why they get free taxis. I just don't know why they get free lifts around. You know what I mean? I missed a few buses today. I was pissed off. I wasn't pissed off. I got to go skating. If I didn't have a skateboard, it'd be pretty crappy to be standing around at a bus stop. But I just keep skating, skate to the next bus stop, skate and have fucking fun in between. It's not a problem, but it's like, they get free taxis everywhere. Because I just said free now. And I saw this bike scheme around in Greystones, Wicklow, which is like very far from where I live. And then you have to pay for it or something. I thought it was a free government initiative to let people have free bikes so they can travel around a bit more. But they don't even pay for their own taxis. They get free lifts anytime they want. Free taxis, they get free food, free accommodation. They're saving loads, and they're enforcing all of you to pay taxes, and pay for taxis. And then they take your car off you if you're not paying your taxes on your car. And it's like, why are they different to you? They're not different. They're not superior. It's a democratic republic. It's not like a royal fucking dominion where royalty get everything they want for free because they're not supposed to come into exchange. I have this problem. Like, I'm not supposed to come into exchange with people, but I just fucking do it anyway. I couldn't care. But why do they get free shit? They're not superior. They're not high and holy. They're not on big thrones. They're not kings or lords. Why do they get free shit? They have enough money. They've loads of money. They have a lovely social servant wage. And they don't even pay taxes. They don't pay their cents. They don't pay their little bit. They get it all for free. Why? I did turn up for offices. Boris Johnson. I had meetings earlier on this morning, and I'll have meetings later on this afternoon. They don't even go to meetings. They just get their free taxis around and get free meals and free everything. And they punish you for not doing that. I don't know. I like to piss off the government. I'm going to piss off the government even more. Tax allocators and lawmakers, and they both wear the same hats. Tax allocators and lawmakers. So I'll make it now. But I'm just going to say, the government take your money, all of your tax money. You don't want to think about tax money once you pay it. It's like, fucking bastards. And you don't want to even think about it. They'll take your money and they'll build businesses, semi-private businesses with your money. Like, it takes a bit of money to make a bit of money. You know what I mean? It takes a bit of money, and they got a lot of money. So they make businesses off your money. Oh, handy. They earn massive amounts of, what's it called? Excessive. Anyway, that doesn't go back into your pocket or your country. They take it for themselves. Oh, this was my initiative. I built a factory in Ireland with the taxpayers' money. It's in my name. And they take money from it. It's not their money. And I just wanted to let you know, journos out there, or yokes, or politicians, or semi-honest politicians, how many of these tax-funded government initiatives exist? Your money built these businesses. And how much money of those businesses do they keep for themselves? You know, that's exactly how they get so scum wealthy. They take all of your money, they build some business. Something, I don't know. Go Ahead Ireland. Public transport, semi-public, semi-private. And they take the profits from that company for themselves. And at the same time, they're not even paying for their transport. They get free transport. You know, it's just, how are these pigs so wealthy? So anyway, I advise you all to look into, I advise everybody to look into where your tax money is going. And that's where DOGE came from, Department of Government Efficiency came from, because they were like, so where is all our money going? I gave that to America. And Trump was like, let's roll with it. Yeah, let's roll with it and support it. Where's all your money going? Alright. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I didn't put it eloquently. I went to Cordoba desperately on a jihad. And I noticed in Cordoba is in the south of Spain. And I noticed all of the windows in Spain had wrought iron gates over them. Now I reckon, very intelligently, that the government, the lawmakers, put it into law that everybody had to have wrought iron gates on their windows. All the windows are covered in wrought iron gates. And he probably owned a steel mill. He made the iron. And it's a massive amount of iron that needed to be produced and put on these windows. He's a lawmaker, put it into law, but it's his steel mill that conveniently gets all the business, all the money. And he's not going to put that money back into the government or the taxpayers' convenience. He's going to keep it for himself, or themselves, or herself. So you want to really very much research um, semi-government initiatives, businesses, big businesses. Like it takes some money to make some money. You want to very much research how many businesses your politicians have taken your money, built businesses, factories and steel mills, and all of that money ought to go back to you. All of the profits ought to go back to the taxpayer, but they don't. It's their initiative, Simon. They use that money or just skim it. Oh, I'm definitely taking about 20%. Why do you get 20%? You were getting paid you're getting paid by the taxpayer a school teacher's wage to set up those businesses, to make them profitable, so the profits of that business go back to the taxpayer. But they're like, no, we're gonna take the profits. Maybe take all of it, Higgins. And yeah, you're getting ripped off. I wouldn't blame, because like if I pay taxes, like most people want to pay taxes and just never think about it again. But you really, and that's why I said you really ought to be like, look into where's your money going. And that's where Doge came from. Where is your money going? We spent like €300,000 for a bike shelter. And trust me, when I said you really want to research, they're just going to cover it up so easily. Like they're just going to start. That's what they're paid to do. They're paid to be the best liars. They're just going to. Yeah, that 400 Bertie, 405,000 went to her. That 5,000. If I had €400,000, I could make a pretty fucking business. But that was your money. Remind you, if I take €400,000 of your money, I could make a fucking nice business. I could make a steel mill. And it's like, oh, it's my steel mill. No, it's not my steel mill. It's your steel mill. And well, like, oh, it was my idea and it was my initiative, Simon. And it's like, oh, I definitely deserve a percentage. No, you don't deserve a percentage. You don't deserve any of that. You were set up as a functional tool to make these things work for the people. You don't deserve any of that money. You're a tool. You're meant to be a tool. In the first place, you're a tool for the people, elected by the people to be a tool to serve the people. But they take the money. They probably take it all. They might take 100% of the proceeds of this iron mill and say, oh, it's my business, it's my initiative. No, it's not. It was the people's money that gave you that business in the first place. It's not your business. It's the people's business. And the people's money. And the profit that comes from that steel mill ought to go back to the taxpayer. And it doesn't happen. Free meals, man. Free taxes. This is saying they get free taxis. Higgins, and I don't know. Something weird going on with pensions in my country at the moment. And they've lowered the pensions to 45 years old and increased the value of the pensions. And it's just a bit questionable that they've lowered the age of a pension, a retirement pension, to 45 conveniently for some 44-year-old. And you're going to be paying for their retirement. You know. Suck a fuck us always. Alright. Doge. We have no. In a republic. Minister for Internal Affairs. We have no Minister for Internal Affairs. You know what I mean? That's pretty fucking convenient. We've spent all the money you're supposed to pay for a competent and fully working government. Ireland doesn't have a Minister for Internal Affairs. You get a link to the Gardaí Síochána, and the Gardaí Síochána has a dud phone number on their webpage. You know, you're getting raped, you're getting robbed by Simon and Higgins. And they're not there for the people. They're probably not elected by the people. Politics are boring and crappy. You don't want to care. You probably want to care. Anyway. Simon.